Good afternoon, graduates, family, friends, and loved ones. Many thanks to MiraCosta's Professor Steve Torak and Mojo Band for the beautiful rendition of the Pomp and Circumstance. My name is Alkita Wojcik, pronounced she, her, hers, and I'm the Vice President of Student Services. I have the honor of being the master of the ceremony of our commencement tonight, and I'm sure that there is a long list of do's and don'ts of the role of the Master of Ceremony. And I didn't look at any of them. But number one rule should be to keep it short. So I will follow that rule and wholeheartedly congratulate all of you, including you, family and loved ones, on your achievement tonight. As a former MiraCosta student myself, as an immigrant, and as a first-generation college student, I understand some of the challenges that you face throughout your educational journey, but we are humbled and honored that you made MiraCosta part of that journey. Even in this virtual world, we see you, we honor you, and we are extremely proud of you. Congratulations, class of 2021, and I wish you success in your next step of your life.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. All the we're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us the Star-Spangled oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stan Rodriguez. I'm from the Santa Isabel Band of the Ipai Nation. And it is an honor for me to come and say these words here for all of you. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk American. I'm going to speak the American language. Aukai penya mati pe cham. Stawinya chuhinya makupai wuskanan. Pewain nyumnya maya khan chan peyi. Yao maya khan. Matas, niwara nyo to mimp. Mayum ja cha, o yao mau. Ma niwara wit. Set puking puk nachis nya we wiyupi, ye ketol enya kawaki wik. Nye koyo khor. Wampu nye wama shishku ya. O yao mapa. Nye pum set puking nya kuchu mayo. Ja newyradnie te wczecznio kuczat, ni marcha mają łampo nie pełnia. Set puking cia, mukeniue, ni marcha nie, kojo chłopni, nie mit, ni marcha, nie pum. Mać łampo nie, sztewar nie pełniał, spier. Nie pum pil, mać omar, nie czechaje chan nie tyke. Puknać mayum na sompi, ma wampu nie ponia. Nie pomnie szeruk, wampu mać. Mayum wampu nie wyradnie mit, maja chapesho, a chanka nam, nie pomasukam no wiuma. Want to acknowledge this land which is a traditional territory of the Kumeyaay, the Ipai, the Tipai, also the Luiseño, the Cahuilla, the Cupeño people, the Hakwapin. I ask that you hear our words today. We come here at this time of happiness, to celebrate the accomplishment of each and every one of you. You have chosen to come to this institution, and through your hard work, your perseverance, you have been able to complete what you set out to do. And that is power. That is strength. Ask that we bless the faculty, the staff, the administration, all who have come here to help you, to support you, to assist you in everything that you have done, that you complete this accomplishment that you have. And all the students that came together to support each other, because you know there were times when it was difficult. You know it was hard at times. Sometimes there were tears, but you worked through it and you completed it. Also ask for blessing for your family who stood by your side and was there for you and are here to celebrate your accomplishment, your achievement with you. I ask that you bless the ones who could not make it, the elders, the little ones. And remember this, those young people, they're looking at you and you are their role model. You are the one that they're going to look up to, and they're going to want to imitate and emulate. So for each and every one of you, in our language, the Kumeyaay language, we say Chahayakhan. We praise you, and may rainbows follow you wherever you go, and bless you as you continue on this incredible journey that is called life. Thank you.
Welcome to all our family and friends. I'm Dr. Sunny Cook, proud Superintendent President of MiraCosta College. Welcome to the 86th annual MiraCosta College commencement and our second virtual commencement. I'm delighted that we can be together in this virtual way to celebrate our students' graduation and their significant achievements. Although we may be physically distanced because of COVID-19, we are still able to share the joy of this moment through the beauty of technology. Today, we're so very proud to celebrate the graduating class of 2021. Because community colleges serve such a broad mission, when we say the class of 2021, we include all those receiving their high school diplomas from MiraCosta College's adult high school, and all the students who completed a college certificate or degree from MiraCosta College, and all of our third graduating class from our own bachelor's degree program in biomanufacturing. MiraCosta is only one of 15 community colleges in the state to be authorized to award a bachelor's degree. So, congratulations to all of our graduates. Let me introduce you now to the MiraCosta College Board of Trustees who help to lead the district and are elected by members of the public. Board President Rick Kassar, Board Vice President Ana Pedrosa, Dr. David Broad, Dr. Bill Fisher, George McNeil, Frank Mershot, and Jackie Simon. Our college also relies on leadership at all levels, and I'd like to introduce some of those leaders to you at this time. Our Vice Presidents, Dr. Diane Deckmeyer, Tim Flood, Charlie Ying, Dr. Alketo Wojcik, our Academic Senate President, Dr. Luke Lara, Classified Senate President Carl Banks, and our Associated Student Government President, Mana Tadayon. I also want to recognize and thank our college's academic administrators and our faculty. Their names can be found starting in the virtual commencement program booklet, and all of our faculty, classified professionals, and administrators are committed to the success of our students, and I know that they've been an important part of your MiraCosta experience. We'll hear from some of them later in the program. Graduates, each of you has worked hard to get to this point, and in some cases, you've had to overcome many obstacles and challenges. This last year has thrown even more challenges before you. A global pandemic caused us to learn remotely and worry significantly about health and financial concerns. I honestly cannot imagine a more challenging way to complete your degree or certificate, and yet you did it. You persevered, and I want to be among the first to congratulate you. I want to recognize the significant discipline and personal and professional sacrifices that have enabled you to get to this point. I also want you to think of all those people who supported you along the way, listened to you, encouraged, and inspired you through all of this. While today's event marks a huge achievement on your part, it really is the beginning of a long journey, and that's why we call it commencement. Whether you're going to continue your studies at MiraCosta College, transfer to university, or go right to work from here, we are so very proud of you, and we know that you're prepared for your next step. We know that you are leaders, influencers, artists, and problem solvers. And I ask that as you move to this next phase of your life, that you seek to use your unique talents in service to a greater purpose in this world. I'd like to share with you a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King that has been a touchstone in my life, and I hope that it will stay with you. Everyone has the power for greatness, not for fame, but greatness, because greatness is determined by service. Community colleges are places of great opportunity for all who choose to enroll. Here at MiraCosta, we pride ourselves in transforming lives through education and helping you to define or redefine your future. We hope that we've inspired you to dream big and think big. Thank you for allowing us to be a foundational part of your educational journey. It's been an honor and a privilege, and it's my hope that we've helped you to find your unique voice, your passion, and the unique gift that you have to contribute to our world. I urge you to apply your significant strengths and talents to making a positive difference in our world. Congratulations again to all of you.
I am Dr. Luke Lara, Academic Senate President and tenured faculty in counseling. Hello, graduates, families, and community members. This last year and a half have been quite extraordinary and challenging for all of us to adjust to the global pandemic, maintain our sanity, and support one another while striving to provide and engage in quality education. I want to commend all of you, students, families, and colleagues, for your resiliency and accomplishments this year. It also gives me great pleasure to recognize those students who have distinguished themselves with academic excellence during their time at MiraCosta College. Here are their names and categorical distinctions. Winners of the 2021 Medal of Academic Merit, a recognition awarded to students who have achieved a minimum GPA of 3.75 in degree-applicable coursework, completed a minimum of 45 transferable units, and are nominated by the faculty. Other areas of recognition, including service to the college and the community, may also be considered as part of the selection process. This is the highest academic honor the college awards, and 5 awards will be presented this year. Brittany Engel, Christopher Burrows, Charisse Camacho, Madison Rowe, Diego Luna. We recognize the following groups: graduates who have achieved an overall GPA of 4.0, members of the President's Permanent Honor Roll, members of the President's List. On behalf of the faculty of MiraCosta College, we applaud your efforts and wish to express our profound appreciation and admiration for our students' achievements.
It is my extreme pleasure to introduce to you this year's student speaker, Emmanuel Prince. Emmanuel started at MiraCosta in our Summer Bridge program and has been a strong advocate for our students and the work we need to do as a college to better support students who have been historically underserved. He was involved in the Black Student Union, Phi Theta Kappa, Umoja, and was the first ever Associate Student Government Vice President of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. He's receiving today his Associate of Science degree in Administration of Justice, and not surprising, in Dean's and President's list, and will transfer to Cal State University Dominguez Hills. On a personal note, it has been an honor to see firsthand the impact that Emmanuel has had on this community college in such a short time, and I can't wait to see the great things that he will accomplish with a career goal of becoming a prosecutor who works on advancing equity efforts throughout the criminal justice system. Please welcome Emmanuel Prince.
Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for today. Malcolm X. Throughout this past year, you, the graduates of 2021, could have not been prepared for what was unforeseen to occur in early 2020. What occurred challenged the way in which we conducted our everyday lives and interacted interpersonally. But we endured, we survived, some of us thrived. We did this because of our own resilience. For me, this is because of the story of my upbringing. My older brothers and I were raised by a single mother who was able to provide us with all of the necessities and some of the luxuries that my many friends' parents couldn't afford. My mother is the foundation upon which I've been able to attain each and every one of my aspirations, objectives, and endeavors. I am the byproduct of a Black American woman who is not only educated, successful, and spiritual, but has instilled in me the values and knowledge that I, as a Black American man, must have in order to ascend beyond the boundaries to acquire the same greatness as she. Because my mom and I are a carbon copy of each other, we butted heads many times throughout my life. But she continued to be my backbone and my biggest advocate, especially during times when I faced great obstacles. My biggest challenge was school, which I absolutely disliked with a passion. As early as elementary school, I challenged the authority of my teachers and administrators religiously. At the time, I didn't know why, but now I do. It was because the curriculum that I was subjected to wasn't inclusive, was sometimes inaccurate, and was never allowed to be challenged, especially as a Black student in majority white schools. By high school, I decided I wanted to be a tangible change maker for Black American youth and the Black American community as a whole. But the question was how? After high school, I enrolled into what I consider to be one of the most profound institutions of higher learning in the country, MiraCosta College. Here, I was liberated from the intellectual bonds that had constrained me in my adolescence. The staff, professors, faculty, and administrators were considerate, approachable, selfless, and held the interests of the students at heart. Furthermore, the professors not only invited critical thinking in the classroom, but they also invited a diverse opinion and an inclusive curriculum. For the first 2 semesters of college, I spent my time trying to figure out myself, my major, and my career. I felt lost for a moment. It wasn't that I didn't have a path to travel down, it was that there were too many paths and I was unsure which one was the right one for me. But sure enough, through the support of the MiraCosta community, my mother, and by the grace of my ancestors, I found a path, my path, which I decided was through the law, specifically by becoming a prosecutor. But a couple of months later, it happened. Something so unprecedented brought the world to a halt. A circumstance that put us as students, parents, laborers into an adverse predicament. The circumstance I speak of is COVID-19. Anyone who knows me knows I'm a huge extrovert and sometimes an unhealthy amount of extrovert. But 1 year, 2 months, and 16 days is the amount of time I spent in complete quarantine. In fact, aside from grocery shopping, recording this speech is the first time I have left my home for the sake of protecting the health of my mother and all who are at risk if exposed to COVID-19. Having to subject myself to quarantine was by far the most trying task I've ever had to do. For many of us, we missed a year of our precious lives. We lost family, we lost jobs, we lost the security in our own health. But let's not forget that this year was nothing more than a test of our perseverance and adaptability. For the fact that you are graduating and proceeding into the next stage of your personal and educational development, you have proven that you are capable of more than you could have ever expected. Students turned any place they could into a classroom, whether it was a car, a closet, a parking lot, or a bedroom. Faculty reimagined what it meant to create spaces for collaborative learning. Staff and administrators prioritize supporting students holistically with emergency grants, drive-through farmers markets, and mental health counseling. This year, we the students became many things: financial innovators, virtual students, and dauntless scholars. But today, you became a graduate. I can honestly say that if it wasn't for what we experienced during this pandemic, I wouldn't be the individual, let alone the student leader I am today. Entering college, I promised myself that I would accomplish all of my goals, passions, desires, which I evidently did and still continue to do even in the face of a global pandemic. And I hope and know you did too. Although this year isn't the year that I or any of us expected nor wanted, it was the year that we were given. And through much of our perseverance, dedication, and strength of will, it was by far the greatest year that any of us could have made. Remember that when you encounter the next great obstacle of your life, because obstacles aren't simply roadblocks to success, but opportunities to prove that the success you desire is worth fighting for. Thank you.
For the first time in the commencement history of MiraCosta College, we are excited to have a student poet be part of the ceremony. And I'm honored to introduce to you our poet, Nani Helen Lenani Highland Kozlow. From the moment Nani started at MiraCosta College, she has been involved in many MiraCosta organizations and programs. Nani is an EOPS and DSPS student. She was part of the Phi Theta Kappa, VP of Mana Club, has performed at 3 MiraCosta dance recitals, and was published twice in Tide Pools. This year, she was a winner of the poetry genre. In Dean's List and President's List, she's receiving an Associate of Arts degree in English and plans to achieve a PhD in English literature to become a professor and published author, poet, novelist, lecturer, and a kumu hula, a master teacher of hula. Please join me in welcoming Nani Helen Lenani Highland Kozlow.
Thrive with a purpose. I can see what I have done. I can see what I am doing. I can imagine my future, what it holds. All the drama of my past has been resolved. All the loss and heartache of this pandemic is still fresh. As we heal and hope for wellness being restored, we are resilient. We will pull through this. We are alive and thriving. Find your spark. Find your voice. Find your truth. This is the first step to our future. For me, only 3 more degrees to go. I am achieving my PhD. I will win a Nobel Prize. I am everything I need to be. I am now. Nothing can stop us, not even a pandemic. Pursue your dreams with vigor and determination of a Spartan. We are all Spartans. Accept your challenges with excitement instead of fear, determination with a purpose. We can achieve the impossible. Make mistakes, take chances, say yes. Just make sure you do your taxes. The time is now. The place is here. Take your future by the hand and travel to your heart's destination and thrive.
Hello, I'm Dr. Diane Deckmeyer, the Chief Instructional Officer of MiraCosta College. I have the great privilege of presenting the graduating class of 2021 to the MiraCosta College Board of Trustees. But before I do, I would like to provide you with a little information regarding this incredible class. We have approximately 1,851 graduates. Our graduates range in age from 17 to 73 years of age. 27% are first-generation college students. Almost 16% of our graduates represent our military community and their dependents. And as a Hispanic serving institution, I'm proud to say that 36% of our graduates are Latinx. The most frequently granted degrees are liberal arts with an emphasis in social behavioral sciences, math and sciences, and arts and humanities. The most frequently granted associate degrees for transfer are business administration, psychology, and sociology. Our most frequently granted career education certificates are child development associate teacher and accounting. Our most frequently granted non-career education certificates are CSU General Education and IGETC. And as one of only 15 community colleges in California offering a bachelor's degree program, today, MiraCosta College is proud to be granting bachelor's degrees in biomanufacturing to 28 students. Our students have been accepted to many prestigious universities, including University of California schools up and down the state, from UC San Diego, UC Riverside, UC Santa Cruz, and UC Davis, as well as California State Universities up and down the state, from Cal State San Marcos, San Diego State, Cal State Northridge, San Francisco State, and Chico State. And out of state and private schools such as Point Loma Nazarene, Arizona State University, University of Oregon, University of Colorado Boulder, Colorado State University, University of Wisconsin-Madison. During this very special commencement ceremony, we're also proud to be celebrating our adult high school graduates. 57 adult high school students have either graduated or petitioned to graduate in the current academic year. In this year's class, over 60% are Latinx, and our adult high school students come to us with age ranges from 18 to 61 years old. Congratulations, adult high school students. We're so proud of all of your hard work. In addition to celebrating your work as students, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the dedication and fine work of the MiraCosta faculty, staff, and deans. It is a true honor to work with this outstanding group of individuals who have worked so hard to ensure your success, now more than ever. Please join me in especially thanking our MiraCosta faculty. Superintendent President Dr. Cook, Board President Kassar, distinguished members of the Board of Trustees, and honored guests. It is now with great pleasure and pride that the MiraCosta faculty and I certify and attest that the members of the graduating class of 2021 have met all the requirements to the bachelor's degree and the associate degrees and certificates, which they are about to receive as prescribed by the MiraCosta Community College District and the California Community College Board of Governors. I congratulate the faculty, staff, and administrators, and most of all, the graduates. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to confer degrees and certificates to our graduates.
MiraCosta College's third graduating class to receive their Bachelor of Science degree in Biomanufacturing.
Miriam Barraza Alarkin. Monica Bennett. Eduardo Martinez, Esperanza Millan, Kelly Ramirez, Annika Santorelli,
We will now present our associate degrees and certificates.
Beatrice Abe, Hannah Abergel, Alyssa Acuna, Carissa Aki, Rebecca Albano, Alexi Aloni, Brian Altamirano, Nancy Alvarenga, Kylie Alvarez, Dulce Anding, Leila Andrade, Nayeli Antonio, Noemi Antonio, Lala Appel, Joe Aragon, Isidora Araujo Lopez, Adriana Arvizu, Tatiana Asmakopoulos, Josefina Ayala, Paloma Badia, Amir Bakari Naranjo, Edward Baker, Chase Balfour, Japheth Ballard, Cecilia Barajas, Mayra Barajas, Lawanda Barrow, Candace Bartkowitz, Maxine Bartlett Pacheco, Askar Basharov, Cassian Baudier, Jared Beauford, Jose Becerra, Gracie Beal, Enrique Beltran, Yasmin Benitez, Robert Bennett, Mayeli Berg, Magali Bernardino, Edith Bernardino Vasquez, Neshan Angelique Bernardo, Sophia Bayer, Sarah Blanchard, Logan Block, Kylie Bobadilla, Ashley Bohm, Taylor Bradshaw, Ashley Brandt, Eric Braunwalder, Tiffany Bravo, Ashley Broxmeyer, Jessica Bronson, Miles Brothers, Catherine Brown, Alyssa Brust, Sephora Bruton, Danielle Buford, Hannah Bueller, Christopher Burrows, Kaysella Byers, Valerie Caballero, Ebony Calhoun, Charisse Camacho, Kimani Cameron, April Campos, Samantha Campos, Reynaldo Canales, Christy Capozzoli, Anna Caratachea, Adrian Cardenas, Priscilla Cardenas, Samantha Cardenas, Jenny Carmona, Josue Carrillo, Parker Case, Alejandra Casillas, Mireya Castellanos Bautista, Demi Castro, Ismael Cervantes, Anaí Chavez, Gracila Chavez, Jasmine Chavez, Veronica Chavez, Alejandra Chavez Lopez, Eunice Chun, Bailey Churi, Ian Clark, Glenn Cogan, Cameron Colleran, Jessica Collins, Aleda Colores, Joan Colvin, Alexander Concepcion, Gabriel Contreras, Ariana Contreras Maldonado, Sydney Contreras Macias, Lorenzo Cooper, Anayeli Correa, Natalie Esmeralda Cortez, Melanie Costa, Renee Costa, Laura Coto Romero, Rachel Crane, Patricia Crowley, Matthew Dignew, Aaron Danzer, Stephanie Daoud, Teresa Davis, Jocelyn De La Cruz, Marina De La Cruz, Kathy Din, Caitlin Denisi, Lauren DePietro, Alessandra Dominguez, Christine Duffy Buenviaje, Tasia Duval, Alexis Ditko, Joel Earwicker, Caitlin Edmondson, Mitchell Edwards, Hanan El Robi, Christopher El Hajali, Itzal Elizalde, Michaela Ellis, Joshua Ellsworth, Corporal, USMC, Brittany Engel, Samina Engel, Guadalupe Enriquez, Elizabeth Esparza, Giselle Esquer, Darren Issa, Hannah Estelle, Alicia Estella, Ryan Estrada, Amber Use, Madeline Fair, Sasheen Ferris, Brianna Fiore, Janelle Fiore, Macy Fleischman, Harabella Florissant, Daisy Flores, Zachary Flores, Amy Flores Luis, Murray Foster, Nicholas Foster, Sayed Arman Fuladpuri, Eric Frankfurth, Parrish Franklin, Haley Frederick, Christina Freitas, Adriana Gaiano, Stephanie Galenas, Andrina Gallardo, Sandy Gallegos, Andrew Ganio Marzan, Cynthia Garcia, Gloria Garcia, Jessica Garcia, Conchetta Garcia Anderson, Zaira Garcia, Ashley Gurdo, Kayla Gift, Philip Gintout, Leslie Godinez, Christian Gonzalez, Alicia Gonzalez, Samara Gordillo, Tessa Grantham, David Grischuk, Celeste Guidotti, Daniel Gervis, Hepzibah Holland, Miranda Haro, Denisha Harris, Cassidy Hartley, Laura Heck, Alexis Hernandez, Angelica Hernandez, Vanessa Hernandez, Anahi Hernandez, Montserrat Hernandez, Taylor Herradura, Samantha Heron, Emma Herrera, Jennifer Herrera, Holly Herring, Chrislyn High, Helen Highland Coslow, Sophie Higuera, Mackie Hillert, Lisa Honicle, Kylie Hopkins, Kayla Howard, Harley Hughes, Khan Jia Huyn, Anissa Ibnat, Christina Islas, Audrey Jackson, Nasik Jahan, Brandon Jardine, Sarah Jassim, Christine Janae Javar, Jolie Giroux, Janelle Jesme, Samantha Colt, Kayla Comeny, Raquel Calvin, Kayla Keller, David King, Caitlin King, Megan Kirsch, Abigail Koenig, Jacob Cohn, Kristen Komar, Nalia Kreider, Erica Ladner, Ryan Lanahan, Danica Lara, Melinda Laufer, Alyssa Law, Edrelyn Laksamana, Anita Laedra, Wendy Lecomte, Benjamin Ledesma Alvarez, Alexa Lee, Charles Lemasters, Valerie Leon, Jet Lepper, Sarah Lewis, Eric Leva, Kristen Lyles,
Erica Leonard,
Jennifer Yamas, Madison Logan, Mejo Lombeda, Jocelyn Lopez, Nancy Lopez, Natalie Lopez, Stephen Lovett, Andrian Luban, Laura Macedo, Jade McGowan, Adriana Macias, Diane Main, Shakia Maldonado, Sohail Malik, Daniel Maloney II, Axel Martinez, Christian Martinez, Julie Mazzarato, Stephanie McCabe, Kyla McCartney, Liliana McGraw, Bo McLeod, Tessa Medeiros, Amy Mexicanos, Ashley Mendez, Hugo Mendez Castro, Jose Mendez Entrikin, Roxanne Mendler, Eileen Mendoza, Guadalupe Mendoza, Jasmine Mendoza, Jonathan Mendoza, Perla Mendoza, Maria Mendoza Solano, Laura Mertz, Tara Simeone Messier, Manuel Millen Jr., Cambry Miller, Dorinda Miller, Mary Miller, Natalie Miller, Christian Minon, Jennifer Minnick, Juan Moedano, Otilio Alberto Molano, Audrey Molifua, Lucia Molina Flores, Tanya Molinar, Martin Montañez, Eileen Montano Strait, Erica Montes Duarte, Monique Morales, Brenda Morelia, Yadira Morelia Lopez, Joyce Morin, Zachary Munitz, Annette Namuga, Maria Navarrete, Crystal Needham, Adriana Nelson, Melanie Christine Newton, Quinn Nguyen, Soledad Noland, Aida Celeste Nunez, Elizabeth Nunez, Justin O'Brien, Whitney Ogden, Jaden Onishenko, Andrea C. Ordonez, Nicole Ornelas, Jessica Oropesa, Alexis Orozco, Josefina Orozco, Natalie Orozco, Carlos Ortiz, Riley Osborne, Gabriela Osio, Avery Osman, Ashley Osorio, Vanessa Padilla, Brianna Faylene Page, Lorena Peringit, Cheryl Parks, Caitlin Parsons, Irvin Peterson, Ashley Pena, Carla Pena, Natalie Perez, Craig Person, Kyle Philbrook, John Peeney, Cynthia Placencia, Hayden Powers, Serena Pratt, Adriana Price, Emmanuel Prince, Justin Proaps, Allison Pryor, Lavani Piant, Haley Kwok, Christina Quant, Vidal Quintanar, Alexia Quintero, Stephanie Quintero, Lauren Radek, Megan Radzinski, Brandon Rake, Miriam Rommel, Carlos Ramirez, Iris Ramirez, Jennifer Ramirez, Karina Ramirez, Ditsa Ramirez, Melanie Ramon, Jacqueline Ramos, Yesenia Ramos, Justivia Ramos, Kenda Rauscher, Kayla Rayburn, Corey Reel, Mackenzie Reimers, Ramon Rendon, Anusha Rivuri, Nicholas Reyes, Elena Reynolds, Kylie Richards, Adriana Rivera Torres, Erica Roa Estrada, Sierra Robbins, Maritza Robert, Roxanne Robinson, Rio Robles, Sheila Robles, Allison Rodriguez, Ani Rodriguez, Devani Rodriguez, Maria Rodriguez, Noemi Rodriguez, Tiffany Rodriguez, Maribel Rodriguez Rangel, Sandra Rohel, Alexis Rojas, Ruby Rojas, Sara E. Rojas Ordóñez, Joanna Rosas, Madeline Rowe, Madison Rowe, Akira Ruiz, Douglas Russell, Matt Salazar, Natalie Salgado, Maricela Sandoval, Leslian Sarmiento, Gabrielle Scallo, Corey Shoemaker, Amanda Scott, Taya Searles, Andrea Segundo, Daria Sharko, Mia Sherman, Alexandra Shorman, Zoe Siddle, Oscar Silva, Serena Slaughter, John Slowski, Cheyenne Smith, Bree Solis, Kenneth Song, Jimmy Soriano, Andrea Soto, Nicholas Soto, Isabella Spears, Gina Spanks, Emily Stangland, Benjamin Sutton, Leah Balgin Taboğlu, Louisa Tarwater, Noah Tatebe, Daisy Aline Taua, Missima Sefili Tavevu, Esmeralda Tellez, Skylar Tettleton, Amanda Thompson, Jennifer Tovar, Anna Trubnikova, Anne Truman, Raymond Umbus, Joanna Valdez Castro, Kylie Valenci, Philip Valerio, Katie Van Zyl, Kest Fonsale, Liana Vasquez, Maria Vasquez, Marisol Vega, Brian Velasco, Diego Velasco, Grace Velazquez, Valerie Velazquez, Maricela Venegas, Heather Verslaus, Juan Verduzco Tovar, Joy Vivar, Danaya Vivian, Crystal Vobornik, Tennille Wasserman, Santana Waters, Sanders Watson, Serena Whitaker, James White, Levi Vidmark, Maxwell Willits,
Giselle Wong,
Ajane Woodside, Ivana Roble, Kazuaki Yamada, Olin Yakunda, Promise Yi, Natalie York, Jalila Yosef, Cassidy Zelafro, Ari Zimmerman, Suzanne Dantas Albagli de Almeida, Dante Di Cosmo, Boris Dokshukin Sr., Mary Enriquez, Ariana Garcia Hernandez, Austin Garrison, Imelda Haber, Young Hui Amanda Ho, Alma Lopez, Joanna Martinez, Omar Mercado, Kat the Catalyst Althea Tucker, Faith Vazana,
We will now present our adult high school graduates earning their diploma.
Daryl Ennis, Zachary Hilton, Tiauna Cronky, Andrea Ramirez Molina, Lucy N. Samaniego. Noelle Williams.
Hello, I'm Rick Kassar, Board President for MiraCosta College. As a member of the publicly elected governing board, it is my pleasure to congratulate you, graduates, and to congratulate your friends and family. Graduates, please stand. The tassel ceremony is a time-honored tradition recognizing your status as a graduate of MiraCosta College. At this time, please move your tassel from the right of your cap to the left. Congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations again to the class of 2021. Thank you, family and friends, for supporting your graduate and being part of this wonderful celebration. Thank you to our trustees, faculty, staff, and the associated students. Thank you to the Student Life and Leadership team for producing this year's event, and to the Public Information Office. This concludes MiraCosta College's 86th commencement ceremony.
This is where it all began. You've put in countless hours of hard work in the classroom, late nights in the library, studying at your favorite coffee house. Yet this is not the end. It's just the beginning. As you begin your professional careers outside of MiraCosta, the Alumni Association will be here to provide assistance, guidance, and engagement with each and every one of you on your journeys forward. And all along the way, your experiences will turn into stories that you'll tell your kids and grandkids of where you began and how it all started. Remember those who came along with you, family, friends, staff, and faculty, your fellow alumni. These relationships don't end at graduation. They continue for a lifetime. As you give back to future students, give back to the college, and give back to the community, you will serve as a testament to the strength of our alumni family. So what began at this little college on the hill will turn into something grand. No matter where you go in the world, we know you will make a difference through your passion, your desires, and your unrelenting pursuit to be the best. Because you and you and you are a Spartan. And we are MiraCosta alumni.